I suppose there is a probability that I am simply bored out of my mind this morning, as I am thinking about the superego and the mathematical Mandelbrot set, both at once. How the mind of the brain interacts with the fabric of reality is really what this is about. I was thinking about the fractal pattern of the Mandelbrot set because a clever mathematician, Cliff Pickover, had said, probably with a bit of fun, that the Mandelbrot set is the hammer that shatters the ice of our unconscious. I am not sure what he means, nor do I understand the fractal patterns of the Mandelbrot set. If we suppose that our consciousness, whatever that is, touches the underlayers of the fabric of reality, then we can again suppose that some fractal system exists at that interface. A fractal is needed for a thing to manifest. On our end, in our mystical journey, we are aware that the miracle from God requires anomalous faith, and requires the brain of the mind, which is to say, we must think in a certain way. Now the fractal pattern of the Mandelbrot set, as much as I understand it, has a border. In this sense, very loosely, we can say it is trapped, at least for our symbolism. If there is infinite expansion, the fractal is instead forced to coil inward, forever coiling in smaller and smaller densities at the border, and can never touch length. Perhaps our dream of life coils at the interface, and it feels like it can never cross over. So here I think of the superego, the term which we borrow from psychology. The superego is a theoretical construct which is a sort of judge inside our mind, telling us what is right and wrong. It gives reference to nearby thoughts, it discards some, it is generous with condemnation, and sparse with righteousness, but more or less, being a primitive and artificial structure, is cruel, and in my opinion, should not be in our minds. It tells the mind that time is a function of atonement of our badness. It made this up, entirely, by itself. It is the superego which traps the Mandelbrot set. Now whatever the mind is beholden to, it submits to. And if the mind bounces, in deference, repeatedly, against the superlord, the superego, it defers, creating submission, a border, and coil therein repeated dense coils. And in the spiritual dimensions, deference has a quantitative state, and submission, to another thought, has a quantitative state, which is to say, it has a forced validity, and we are bound to it. A free mind is a righteous mind. Let us stop trading with the superego, so that our consciousness can touch infinity, touch beyond our symbolic Mandelbrot set. If we need to make a trade deal with our superego, we can never escape the Mandelbrot set, and we will become miserable, coiling densely at the border, the dense border where our dream and misery are combined in a fractal trap.